Hola and welcome to a new video. My name is Bastin Alexander and I am the creator of the Reboot Stress Response. In the last videos, I've been talking through the process of like when you're dealing with an stressor, with an external stressor, how can you turn that into pressure so you're going to take action and it's going to empower you instead of anxiety. And we already went through step 1 and 2. And today I would like to dive into the last step, number 3. And the third step is the one guaranteed. If you didn't done everything so far and you're still are dealing with a feeling of anxiety, then you're up for zone number 3. And again, remember when I said you have the lock that you try to open and you just have like a bunch of keys and you know you have the right key in your hand. You just have to try different keys. And now comes the last key. And you know this is it. You know this is going to help you to get rid of your anxiety. So let's go in right now. So it's what I call like zone 3. It's a power tool against anxiety. And I've seen it like it's step for step, like doing this will lower your anxiety guarantee. It's a little trick that you need to learn, but again, by practice, you get better at it and it will go faster and faster. Zone 3, the power tool, it's called exposure response prevention or therapy. So what you do here, zone 3, it's that simple. You do the exposure and then you can let go and change your mindset again. Results guaranteed. Exposure response prevention. What is it? Exposure refers to exposing yourself to thoughts or images that gives you anxiety. So again, I already mentioned it also like for zone 2. It's really important to notice and that you also go first through zone 1, zone 2, and then zone 3. Because what you need to do first is take all meaning out of the anxiety. And you do that by going through to zone 1, the first step. Like, where's your control? Where's your, is it your problem? And is an action required? So if you take all that out, like it's not your problem anymore, or you don't have to control, like it doesn't matter if you are ruminating or thinking about it for an hour or for a week or a year, it doesn't change because you simply cannot control it, or it's somebody else's problem, it's not even in your hands. So what it is only noise in your head right now. That anxiety is only noise in your head. And the default thing that we try to do is to push it away, not thinking about it, distract ourselves from it. If you go through zone 1 to zone 2, you let it go, you try to get rid of it, but it sticks. It keeps coming back, that feeling of anxiety. So then it's time to give it even more attention. Let me go first, like why exposure and where is it based on? It's based on the theory of your favorite song. So think about your favorite song for a second and like how it makes you happy and like how you can turn your emotional state with it and how it changes your state of mind in a positive way. And then again, I want you to listen to that song. And then it makes you happy, you feel good about it. But then I ask you to listen to it again. And again. And again, and again, and again. Until you listen to it 100 times. Then what will happen? Like that change in your emotional state after listening to it 100 times is gone. You're getting numb to it. And you get bored of it. So you don't want to listen to it anymore. And that is what you do with exposure. You take that thought of that gives you stress. And instead of like not thinking about it or try to distract, you're going to give it as much attention. It's about like, don't think about that pink elephant. So what's in your hand right now? It is that pink elephant. So instead of like try to not think about that pink elephant, I want you to dress it, give it a name, and make it as specific as possible. And try to focus all your attention on that pink elephant and put as much details to it as possible. and then repeat it and repeat it and repeat it. And then at a certain point, you get distracted automatically and you get rid of that thought. And it is like, I don't want you to get fooled by the simplicity of it, because this is such a powerful tool that you can use in your anxiety. So it is the theory of your favorite song to listen over and over and over. And repetition is key. Don't do it like a couple times and think, oh, nothing is happening, and let it go. No, keep repeating it. And first, like the first thing you do is just repeat it in your head. Like that thought that you have in your head, make it as specific as possible, make it as bad as possible, all the worst possible outcomes. And then if it doesn't stick, like you can also like voice record it and you can listen back to it. You can write about it. You can draw about it. Whatever is necessary for you to have it in your head and just keep repeating and repeating and repeating. Okay, so what will happen? Like if you keep repeating your thought, your stressor. So let's say this is your line of anxiety between 0 and 100. And you have this thought and you went through zone 1 and zone 2, but it keeps, and it's pretty high, like it's a pretty significant stressor, and you're up to a level 80, let's call it. So what you do is like, let's call it like a what if. You're worried about like, what if I don't make enough money in the future, or I lose my job? Then what I want you to do first is make that thought, that worry, as big as possible and as worse as possible, that you are going to lose your job and that you're going to lose all your income and all your money. You get to live on the street, and make it as bad as possible. And then what you'll see what happen is that because you're going to give it more attention, your anxiety level will rise. It will go to 90. And that's what it's supposed to do. So don't worry, don't stress about it. It goes to 90. But then you repeat it again, and maybe it's still 90, or it goes back to 80. And then you repeat it again and again and again. And then all of a sudden, like you can see, it goes down to 50. And then you repeat it again, stays 50. You go back to 40, 40, and then you go back to 30. Giving that thought attention and repeating over and over and over again will get the weight of that thought. And then if you try to focus and give it attention, you will get distracted automatically. But for now, what I want you to do is take that thought, make it as worse as possible, write it down, record it, or just keep it in your head, but repeat it over and over again. Keep giving it attention until you feel like, hey, I'm at a level of anxiety that I'm happy with, that I'm comfortable with right now. And then go back to distract yourself, like put up your favorite song, call somebody up, go into nature, and get your head off it. And like what you see, like it will come back maybe. And what you do, the exact same thing. Go over it again and repeat it until it goes down again. And then you'll see it will get easier and easier. So don't stop this video and think, oh, that's pretty cool, and never think about it again. No, put it to use. Try it and give feedback to me. Does it work for you? What are your results? Because if it doesn't work, then I want to see, look with you at like, what did you do and how come it didn't lower your anxiety? Because this is a guaranteed result. It will lower your anxiety. I'm 100% convinced that you can do it. And if not, then I'm here for you to help you, and then we're going to do it together. Are you going to promise me that? Okay, so that is the last step and the last zone. If you haven't still downloaded the blueprint, then go to the website right now and download the blueprint. It has information. I have some questions in there for you to answer and to get more clarity about your situation, and just to have the 3 steps visible and do it consciously. Go from zone 1 to 2 to 3 and make sure you're going to beat that anxiety so you can have so much more time for your family, for your spouse, for your career, and also for yourself, where you can create that abundance of time and energy so you can grow your impact on all those things and live that fulfilled life that you deserve. I've seen it happen. It is absolutely possible. The only thing I need for you to make it happen is you to get on board, to get on this train, and to start working on your anxiety. And don't have that limiting belief of like, that is for others, I don't deserve that. Go actively at it because you can do it too. I count on you. I hope this helps. Again, help me share this video, subscribe to my channel, share it with other people who might benefit from this. Contact me with questions or feedback or whatever is on your mind. And I have 2 more bonus videos for you in the next couple of weeks. And I'll just see you then. Okay? Adios, saludos.